So as you can probably see on the back of my shelves, I have got some new space there that I usually didn't. And that is because I decided to do a book unhaul. And most of you that probably know me by me in my personal life know that it's fairly easy for me to get rid of books, especially because it's something that I do love a lot. And because I consider myself a collector of books, and so in that situation I would always want to keep my books with me. But there comes a time when you have to face the fact that you're not going to read some of the things that you have here, and if you're not, they probably don't mean as much to you as they should, and if they don't, then you should probably give them away to somebody else that can actually appreciate them and take care of them and love them as much as you love your other books that are not the books that you're going to unhaul. Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katrina and welcome to my channel, and today I am here on my pajamas with my grumpy face on just to talk to you about book unhauling and to actually start unhauling some books. My books. And this is kind of hard, and I don't think that I never thought that I could actually do it, but the fact is I don't have a lot of shelf space because our house is small and we divide it between me and my mom, and also because there are books in here that I know that I'm not going to read and that I don't want to read, and I should probably give them to some people that would enjoy it. So I'm obviously going to show you the books that I'm going to unhaul, but firstly I just want to talk a little bit about what unhauling means to me and why am I doing this, except for shelving space, because obviously you got that because it's the only thing that I've been saying in this video. But there are other reasons why I'm doing this, so I just wanted to just tell you guys about it and just do a pajama talk on unhauling books, because it's a current theme here on BookTube now that big booktubers are unhauling some of their books because they don't have space and they want to read more books, and they are not going to read all of the books that they have, or they lost interest in some of their books. And because of that, I decided to just pick up that fashion and apply it to my daily living life, because obviously I don't have that much space either, and I am not going to read everything in the world because I'm not interested in every book in the world. And this sounds almost like a crime, but it's true. I like specific genres, I like specific ways of storytelling, and some of them are not the ones that I have here, so I'm gonna pick them up and just give them to people that can enjoy them. So first of all, just a little bit of a disclaimer, this is going to be my first unhaul ever, by which I don't mean that I have maintained all of the books that I've read since I was a little girl. Like, there have been some books that I haven't enjoyed and decided to give to other people that would probably enjoy it better than I did, or to just give it to charity or something. So I did that, but this is going to be the very first filmed unhaul that I'm going to make, and the very first one where I have so many books to just give away or to give to charity or to just take off my shelves because I'm not going to read. And yeah, so this is kind of a hard topic for me, and as I prefaced already in my intro, I am a book collector, so I do want to maintain my books in physical state with me because I enjoy them, and because normally when I'm feeling sad or when I feel the need to pick them up again, I reread some books, I go back to chapters or images that tell me something. And for manga, for instance, I can reread entire series because mangas are smaller and have more images and less words, so it can be read faster. And that's pretty much what I do on a daily basis. But apart from that, obviously, I have to tell myself that I can't keep books that I won't give value to them and that I won't use or read or stuff like that. So I decided to be a bigger person in this and to just give away some of the books that I have here. Obviously, I'm not hosting a giveaway, but if any of you in the space of like a week or something after posting this video want any of these books, we can discuss that. You can talk to me down in the comments if you want these books, and I will try and see if I can send them to you. we will discuss shipping or something. Like, I don't know, I can't afford a lot of shipping, so be advised. And I live in Portugal, so I'm not an American person, so if I want to send books to America, it's going to be heavier than sending the books to Europe, for instance. Like, I don't know if any of you would want any of these books, mostly because one of them is in Portuguese and the rest of them are manga and they are in English, so I don't know. But if you do want any of these books, like, you have a week or so to tell me if you do. If you don't, it's okay. I am going to host a giveaway, a proper giveaway, somewhere someday, but this is not a proper giveaway. This is just me getting rid of some books. So if you want them, just contact me down below, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you want. So okay, moving forward, I am going to present to you the books that I'm going to unhaul. There's not a lot of books. Like, I have looked into my shelves and I took the ones that are the main ones that I know that I want to unhaul already. So that's what I'm going to show you today, but I have some other books in my shelves that I look at them and I don't want to unhaul them right now, but I might someday. So I might be doing another unhaul next year or something. I don't know, I have to think about that. But for now, these are the books that I want to unhaul and these are the ones that I'm going to unhaul, okay? So the first one that I'm going to unhaul, and it's the only normal book in this haul, let's just say, like, it's not a manga, it's a real book. It's a Portuguese book. It's obviously translated because the original is not Portuguese, but it is called The Paper Magician and it is by Charlie and Holmberg. So I have a review for this book, which I read during the Owls Readathon in April. And I enjoy it to a point, but I think that the ending and the way that it left a lot of things to just being told in the sequels was kind of predictable, and it was kind of going to a way that I was not enjoying. Also, it has a bookmark inside, so if you want this book, you will have the bookmark as well, if that counts for anything. But yeah, as I was saying, I read it, I enjoyed it. I think that the magic system of this book is great, but I don't want to continue with the sequels, and so if I don't want to continue, stop coming out of the book, gosh darn it. As I was saying, again, so if I don't want to continue with the sequels and I'm not interested in knowing what happens in the rest of the books, although the premise of this one was kind of fun, I don't think that I should keep this one because it wasn't groundbreaking in my reading, and although it was gifted to me, I'm not going to reread it again. I think there's a lot of things that are very YA tropes that in this case I don't consider well done, although it's a fairly enjoyable read. So if you like fantasy, if you like magic, and if you like small books in perfect condition, because they are, you can tell me that you want this book, or if you don't want this book, I will just give it to charity or something. And yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a cool premise. If you want to check out my review, I will try and leave it linked down below. And yeah, it's a cool book, but it's just not to die for. And right now I have to focus myself on reading stuff that I love and that I want to keep with me to the end of time. And if I move house someday, I would want to bring with me. And yeah, I have to think about that in my life. So this definitely is going away, although it is very sad because the cover is so gorgeous and the premise of the book was awesome until it reached the middle point, and by that part I just read it and enjoyed it, but didn't love it. After that, I have a manga, and this, I believe, is volume 1 in a series, and I don't have the series, I only have volume 1, because I used it for a video that I made that I will try and remember to link down below. That is the try a volume tag, which is kind of my own personalized try a chapter tag, but with mangas. So you try an entire volume instead of a chapter, because chapters are really small in mangas, to see if you enjoy it. And I was gifted this one. It is called Love is War, Kaguya-sama, and it's by Aka Akasaka. And it's not dull, it is actually pretty fun, but these types of manga, like romantic comedies and stuff, I prefer to watch the anime when I have time instead of just buying the mangas, because the mangas are freaking expensive, everyone. So I don't want it. I don't want to invest in this collection because this is just a love story in school grounds with the president and vice president of this class, this school. And I don't really think that it's my type of thing. I prefer my mangas to be a little more controversial, a little bit more focused on what's a human being and adversities and, well, some gore in the mix, and this is not really my thing. I like the story, it was funny, and the art was pretty amazing. Let me see if I can find one of the most beautiful drawings I have ever seen. Just look at this is really beautiful. The expressions on the faces. It's gorgeous, and I really do love the art, but I don't love the premise of the story. Like, I can get in romancy tales. I don't know why. I don't read contemporary or romance per se. Like, I like a little bit of it in my fantasy, but not just it. So that's why I'm giving this away. It's only the first volume, so yeah, I don't have the rest. But yeah, it's the first volume, so you can start. And then the rest of the books that I'm going to unhaul belong to the same collection. And they are all mangas, so wait a second while I try to pick this up. Okay, so this is not easy. Please don't laugh at me if they all fall in the ground, which I hope they don't, because they are in neat condition and I want to keep them that way. Oh my god, my hair. Okay, so these are the first 17 volumes of Maji, and this is by Shinobu Hotaka. And this is kind of like a fantasy, like Arabian fantasy kind of... Oh god, this is so heavy. So I'm gonna show them. Yeah, these are 17 volumes. And the fact is that I got this, like, for some reason, like, I haven't paid for them. Oh god, they're falling. Oh my god. I haven't paid for them per se. Like, I was gifted them again. But I read, I believe, the first... Hold on, I'm just checking. Yeah, I read the first 4 of them, which kind of, it's more than 17, like it's currently at 20 something, I believe, and I only read 4 of them, and I never picked it up again, and I've read more manga after this. So, manga that I recently bought, or manga that was gifted to me recently, so I should have started with this one if I wanted. And please ignore that my hair is doing this, because I'm getting really upset about this. So I should have read more, and I haven't, which kind of means that I am not that interesting. Because, again, my manga genres are a little bit darker, a little bit gory, a little bit kind of controversial, and just talking about hard topics like racism, like fearing what's different, like what it means to be human, and are you a monster or are you a human? This is kind of the manga that I read, and obviously fantasy based. And in this aspect, Maji is pretty fun because this is kind of an Arabian fantasy. You have jinns, you have Aladdin, you have Sinbad, you have all of those characters that this is kind of a retelling actually for Aladdin and Sinbad. And it's pretty fun, and I really enjoy the 4 volumes, and I think that I'm going to watch the anime because I was really curious about the characters and how they're going to develop, and I could see like some feels in this that I would like to watch the anime and just cry. But I don't want to read this because I'm not one for adventure manga kind of type. The only type of manga that I have that is like that is Fairy Tail, because I watched the entire animation and I cried my heart out because Fairy Tail has more topics developing than actually adventures, arcs of stuff. Although I do have that as well, obviously. But from Maji, I don't know, it probably has some of those as well, but I would prefer to watch the animation instead of just throwing myself into a giant collection. And you can say, but you already have 17 volumes, like why don't you just buy the rest of them, because it's not that many, because you're doing a 63 collection volume and you only have 10. Who are you? But it is true, I want to do Fairy Tales collection. I don't want to spend that money doing Majis when I'm not even going to read it. And I have to be honest with myself. This sounds really fun. This sounds really cool. And if you want it, I will give them to you. But for me, I don't really want it because it's not really my thing. And fairy tale is definitely my thing. Fairy tale is amazing. It's gorgeous. I love that. Maji is just fun. It kind of seems like a more middle grayish sort of thing, which, don't get me wrong, I read middle grade. I have a lot of middle grade in here, but it's not the type of thing that I want to read right now, and it's not the type of thing that I want to invest my money and time on. And shelf space, obviously, because you have to count on that, because that entire empty space there was the space where Maji was. So count that as a big, giant space for me to put other manga that I will buy or read. You just have to go with pros and cons. And in this case, Maji has more cons than pros. Although it sounds like it's really fun and I really enjoyed the first 4 volumes, but I just got bored and distracted. So yeah, that's that. So for now, these are all the books that I'm going to unhaul. And as I said previously, if any of you guys want to discuss with me shipping and want to just get these books because they seem fun, don't forget that one of them is in Portuguese. Just so you know. If you do want that, just tell me in a week. Like, I don't know if I'm going to publish this on a Tuesday, but if I do, you have until next Tuesday, like until the beginning of June, to tell me something about it. If you don't want them, it's okay. I'm going to give it to charity or to some of my friends that I know want them. So it's fine. I would prefer to give them to friends that will appreciate them and or to charity for people that actually don't have that access to manga, for instance, and don't know what it is and would like to figure it out, then to throw them away. I will never do that. It's books, okay? The fact that I'm unhauling them doesn't mean that I don't care for them and that I won't treat them correctly. So yeah, guys, that is all for this video. Just tell me something in the comments down below if you are also unhauling books, if you ever thought about doing it but you can't. And trust me, it's very hard in my heart, but I know that I have to do this, and I know that they are going to a better place. This kind of looks like I'm killing my books. But as I was saying, I know that they were going to a better place where they're going to be more appreciated, and who is the book that wants to live in a shelf or no one is going to read them or pick them up again just for the sake of it? Like, I wouldn't like to live in that kind of environment if I was a book. I would like people to pick me up, to caress me, to use me, to read me, to cry with me, to just... And that's not what I'm doing with these books, so... Be free. I free you. So that is all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or subscribe, and happy readings to you all. Bye!